Growing up, I was told that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Well, if that's the case, then how come these scars that have been placed on my heart had yet to desert me? You see, I was only 13 when I was able to realize facts about my life that still make me want to cry. And back then, I would tell my younger self that suicide is something that I should try, just to get by. Just to get by, just to get by, just to get by. Hey, yo, shout out to Tyler before I leave, but I don't drink or burn trees. See, I remember always looking for a wall because I did not possess the strength alone to stand tall. And as I leaned back like Neo against this crutch because life was too much, I would then slide down the wall real slow till I touched the ground feeling crushed. Face covered in red, but it wasn't because I blushed. Screaming on the inside, but no one ever heard it. You see, I wonder if a surgeon could have provided a service to nurse it. Because even though my vocal cords were working and were perfect, I often found myself wordless. I swear I wasn't like that on purpose. And it wasn't like I was physically weak. I swear I was doing like 1,000 push-ups a week. But when the pain and agony kept attacking me and I had to keep bottling up these emotions inside that angered me, it was inevitable for that bottle to one day fill up and reach the capacity. You see, I tried to hold on frantically. But eventually the lid had no more to give, so it broke off, and when it did, it wasn't like an explosion, it was more like an implosion. It's not like I got mad, spazzed, made a fist with both of my hands, went Super Saiyan, turning golden, screaming and moaning with energy, telekinetically keeping objects around me floating, and I was broken. Similar to an atheist, I had lost all faith, I was hopeless. Why was I one of the few chosen to get bullied in school? To this day, I still don't understand it fully. You see, these sharks, they prey on those kids with soft hearts, using tongues that are sharper than the mind of Tony Stark's. Just to pick up the spirit of a bullied victim will literally require a pulley. But it's hard because even though emotions are not tangible, they can still be ripped apart. So where do you start? You see, if they're hitting you, there's things like martial arts. Boxing, wrestling, and not to mention kung fu. But what do you do when the bully does not punch you? Where do you put your ice when you don't have a black eye? Tell me, when the bleeding is on the inside, where is the Band-Aid or Neosporin applied? They make you want to die. They make you want to ask why. They make you cry as you stare in the mirror and slowly see tears leave your eyes. And when they get together to make fun of you, it's like they just put you on a roller coaster that you never asked to ride because everybody around you is having such a great time, but no one cares that you are struggling to survive. They're just too busy enjoying the show as they point and they laugh, and they know it will last because you never fight back, and that is exactly why you are a first-round pick when it comes to this draft. You see, you want it to end, but you just never defend, because the hardest prison to escape is the one they put inside of your head. You can't touch it to bend. You can't grab it to pull. You're now bound by handcuffs, but you can't even move. These bullies, they feed off your sadness because it gives them a rush. And you don't ask for help because you're scared to get judged. And yeah, One day, they leave you alone, but when that day comes, you're already numb because the damage is done. They go on with their lives, while yours just gets harder. The people tell you to pray and leave it to karma. Some will even say it builds character. Well, I say it can kill futures. Because not many people can win when they feel they're a loser. Not many will try when they think they are worthless, and no one can be loved if they have been led to believe they don't deserve it. So the next time you bully a person, first please remember this. How would you feel if somebody else did this to your kids? Imagine hugging somebody you love as they cry on your shoulder. Frustration makes you hot as the world is getting colder. And you wish you could take their place. But that is not how this works. It's really unfortunate that most people can't understand something unless it happens to them first.
My mother had cancer. Those intrusive cells spread through her breast like the fear of losing her spread through my mind. I had nobody to turn to, nobody to rub my back, to whisper that everything would be okay, because that used to be her, and it became hard to ignore how alone I was. But how selfish would I be to beg for my personal attention when she herself needed medical attention? So instead, I learned to be silent and forget. But how can you forget about the dread of possibly losing a loved one when you keep getting reminders as I lived it over and over again with my grandmother, my stepfather, watch my dad go out the hospital and then in and then out and then back in again, but my tears never went back in, only staining my pillow cover with the memories because there was no shoulder to catch them. It got me questioning. I was put on this earth to walk alone. Every shaky step towards an unclear goal with no one beside me to calm my nerves, making every smile a fraud. My persona is simply a role to play, but fraudulent smiles cannot distract for long, and I worry if the pain is visible. I worry if this is a role or simply who I have become. I worry if I will ever escape the intricacies of this labyrinth of loneliness, lost and pleading for someone to save me. Is it wrong for me to be tired of fighting? My eyes are heavy with an uncontrollable gushing of tears, and I am running out of tissues. This loneliness is a leash on my heart, suckling the willingness to carry on until it is thick with gluttony, and I am dry of hope, but I, for the life of me, cannot remove it, so it's still here, clinging to my heart, weighing it down. So am I wrong to give in? To stop fighting so hard, to save myself, to be my own superhero? Because the best superheroes usually have someone to help them, like how Batman had Robin and Iron Man had War Machine. But if I am all that I have, then is wanting to give up make me weak. I am tethering between persistence and surrendering to my pain, and I do not want to succumb to my insecurities, but I am exhausted from trying to keep them at bay. So am I wrong to give in? To rest these weary fingers that clench so hard with sanity? Am I selfish to let go? I am selfish. Because there's too much to let go of, right? There's too much to give away. There's too many people who care about me. Too many people who would be hurt. Too many people who want to see me happy. Too many people who love me. But if so many people love me, then why do I feel so alone? Does my shattering heart not crackle loud enough? Do I wipe my tears and clear a view of the world, or am I stuck flat palms, pushing against my sockets, preventing such a clear sign of sorrow to stream down my face? Is this hurt visible? Or am I simply hoping it could be all while feeling it under self-neglect? And is that why no one can talk but I'm breaking? I've tried to prevent this hurt, as any sane person would, but it is a battle that much stronger warriors than myself have lost, and my heart does not want to try anymore. I'm tired of striving towards an unattainable goal, so sometimes I just wonder, anybody can tell that I've already given up.
start while feeling scattered. I never meant to kiss you. I've been feeling this way for so long. This broken heart is filled up. Give me a sign, something to hold on. I felt this pain for long. Stand up enough to face the fun. Instead of hiding from what I'm scared of.
A message from the young, angry black girl. I am not angry, I am passionate. So if I settle upon the decision to grace you with my voice, yes, it will be used loudly and proudly, because my light will no longer be dimmed in order to make yours appear more vibrant in comparison, because my status as a queen does not mean that you are not seen, but I'm sorry that my failure to censor myself triggers your white guilt, and I'm sorry that you believe my open mouth has somehow sealed yours, as if my self-confidence has invalidated your self-worth. Like, I'm not speaking on the exact same level you are, yet one of us has chosen to remain silent. Well, silent when it's convenient, but it was thunderous when it's being used to drown out my voice. So, yeah, actually I am angry. I'm angry that my community was criminalized for contraception. And I'm angry that I'm watching you try so hard to imitate a culture you claim to detest. Like, how you trying to replicate that which you discriminate? I am angry that Kylie Jenner has been searching for the blueprint of a black woman to recreate it within herself with a new name, calling my cornrows boxer braids, that she gentrifies every part of my culture. And I am angry that my ancestors' bodies hung from the same trees you were 4th of July barbecues under. And I am angry that you continue to wear your hand as a mask, muffling every word I say and then repeating the same thing but louder, receiving praise for your wokeness. And I am angry that we are 1.3 times as likely to be unarmed, yet are 3 times as likely to be killed by the police. And I am angry that through this, you want me to believe that racism no longer exists, like our daily lives and a reprise at all times. And I'm angry that you keep trying to tranquilize my power, as if I'm some kind of wild animal that needs to be tamed. Like when I speak, I deserve to be silenced. So here's a moment of silence for those who've lost along the way. And here's the refusing to be silent because their deaths will not be bleached out of history. So I'm angry that our movement was turned into a trend, as if those 2 weeks of not posting your regularly scheduled pictures was enough, because here we are, a month after the trend has ended, and allow me to remind you that George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery's, and all the black boys who never made the headlines lives matter. And I'm angry with your pocket activism that allows you to sit in silence as your friends continue to enable the system that is literally killing us, and then pull out your activism in the form of a 24-hour Instagram story and a black screen. And I'm angry that you somehow convince yourself that Black Lives Matter is a political protest, not basic human rights. But I'm angry that Antifa, a loosely affiliated left-leaning anti-racist group, was declared a terrorist organization. Meanwhile, the KKK, responsible for an untold number of murders, assaults, and harassments, is conveniently not labeled a terrorist organization. And I am angry that Trump called a Black Lives Matter mural and NYC a symbol of hate. And I am angry that there are recordings of police officers fantasizing about surrounding themselves with black bodies. looking ahead to serve as living room decorations, and I'm angry that you chose to protect a removable badge over a human life also. Newsflash, blue lives do not and never have existed, but my black one does, and I'm angry that I'm not angry anymore.
Come on, lady.
That seeing a black man murdered on my timeline has become a daily routine. And as I watch the life being drained from each of their bodies, I no longer feel the fury stretching to each part of my bones and my fists clenching so deeply they corrode scars instead. I feel my eyes well, and I feel my chest sink as if I could physically feel a part of myself dying with them. Anger is a secondary emotion, one that I do not have it within myself to reach, so I am not the young angry black girl. I'm just a young black girl fighting about something that should have ended before I was born.
Yes! Try to rain on the thunder. Tell the storm I'm new. I'm the wall coming march on the regular. Paint a white flag blue. Lord forgive me, I've been running blind and true. I'm a rain on the spindler. Tell the sweet I'm new. I'm telling these tears going far away, oh. May the last one burn into flames. Freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Singing freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Let my freedom rot in hell.
Do you believe that you are the person that you are supposed to be? See, I can understand why people feel they're free when they're not locked up in prison or shackled by chains. But when I ask all of you, or 36 of you, if you're free, I'm actually referring to your brain, your heart, and your soul. All the things you cannot see but most certainly need in any life you choose to lead, I ask you guys again, are you free? Are you truly yourself? Or do you possess the characteristics of a mirror, in which case you are more of a reflection of somebody else? Because nowadays we know other people way better than we know ourselves. Spending countless hours on Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and IG. Aimlessly following the lives of friends, family, and especially celebrities. Never picking up a book because hashtags and captions are the only things we like to read. You know, honestly, I wonder if social media ever had to delete, would some people even be able to breathe? I ask, are you free? How empty you must be when you can't even be alone. And when I say alone, I mean really on your own. Not talking to somebody on your phone or hanging next to a person you know, because most people can only have fun when they're part of a crowd. They need things to be lit. They need to hear a sound, because they don't know how to be happy unless other people are around. Are you free? Are you living in your passion? Or are you dying at your job? I'm going to bring that back. I'm going to rewind myself for that one. Are you living in your passion? Or are you dying at your job? Did you go to college because you really wanted to? Or were you simply following an order from your guardian, your dad, or your mom? Well, either way, I really hope you made them proud. But is that really enough when you are trapped in a jail that you can't even touch, with no phone call, no bail, no court, or a judge? Your heart is begging for you to run, but you won't even budge? Opportunity shows up to your house unannounced while you're just chilling, sitting on the couch, and starts banging on your door, desperately trying to give you a choice. And instead of you getting up to answer it, you just simply sit there and complain about the noise. You've been speaking your whole life and you don't even have a voice, because you only say things that you think people want to hear. And showing the world who you really are is probably one of your biggest fears. Are you free? Are you in a bad relationship? Are you willing to lose your soul in order for you to stay in it? Does your partner make things harder every time you beg them to bring a change to it? Have you done everything in your power to make it work, and the only thing you have left now is to pray for it? You pray for an answer, but the solution never comes. It really bugs me out how you can have such a good heart, but yet feel unworthy of finding a better love. Because it's not that people do not know what they have until it's gone. No. The issue is that you act like you do not know what you are worth from the very beginning and on. And what can happen beyond that is really a cruel joke. Because sometimes you do leave that bad person, right? But the pain is just too much for you to cope with. And as you're strolling through life, one day you find someone and you feel they're really dope. But it doesn't matter if they have the key to your heart when deep down you know that your lock is broke. Are you free? And if the answer is no, there's something that I need all of you to know. Today is a new day, and it is never too late for you to grow. I want you to jump into situations where you would normally crawl and dare to climb the highest mountain, especially even though you know you're going to fall. Spend time by yourself without your homegirls or your homies until you understand the difference between being alone and being lonely. Sign that contract with yourself and never break that deal. And realize that sometimes you have to go ghost on someone so they can understand how alive you make them feel. Try your best to be as happy as you can be for as long as you can breathe. Because what is the point of having free will if you're not going to live free? Thank you.
I started this company in 2009, and I've been pushing forward ever since. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I moved to Orlando July 2015, and I've been networking and connecting with creatives here. And when I say I'm so grateful for the community here, they have been like supportive, very down for the purpose and the cause. Anything I do with my shows, whether it's live productions or video content, there's a message to it. And so my tag is where creativity meets purpose. And so this is just a preview of a full production that we're working on. So donations are welcome. The show is free. Donations are welcome. If you want to sponsor, you can sponsor so that the artists get paid for what they do. They're using their gifts and their talents to educate people, to inspire and uplift the community and bring us together. It's not just something that they're doing just to do. And so if you could get behind supporting that, that would be great. We are so grateful for the people who showed up and so grateful for the people who tuned in. Really appreciate you. The link is in our bio if you want to donate. We do plan on having a full production running in Orlando, similar to what you just saw tonight. So this is more so of a brand awareness, so that you are aware of what it is we're doing. So if you're interested in it, definitely stay tuned. Follow Creative Purpose Productions, Creative Productions on Instagram and Creative Purpose on Facebook if you want to stay in touch with what it is we're doing here in the community. So again, we appreciate everyone for being here. We understand the circumstances is a very difficult time right now that we are in. So it's really nice to be able to have events like this and we can encourage each other to have, hope and, join together and know that we are in this together and, not separate. Divide is not a thing. Let's try to come together and get through this. So if you have any questions or you just want to follow Creative Purpose on Facebook and Creative Productions on Instagram. Thank you.